Hello, this is Blue Lego 22, and today I will be doing a video on the Millennium Falcon. I have finally been able to rebuild it using the instructions for the set, because I did actually own the Millennium Falcon, and you will be able to tell that it is a bit different than the way it's supposed to look. Mainly because this was the original Millennium Falcon, but I decided to update it to make it look a little more Force Awakens-y, I guess. That cannon up there, that is not the way they actually built it, but I was getting lazy nearing the end, so that's why that looks so not so good. You can see that the radar dish is rectangular, which is a sign of it being from the Force Awakens. And I just added a bit of kind of wear and tear around about. So you can see some tan, some brown, still having the classic dark red there. More dark tan and just stuff like that sprinkled all about. You can see that on the back I skipped two of these kind of round dish thingies just because I was losing time. Because I want to try to get this done in 2 days, which I did. So let's show the rest of the model. It is quite large. I found it difficult to find a way to shoot this, so it is in front of my bedroom window, setup I don't usually use because it's a large window and many people walking by can easily mess up the lighting. So let's hope none of that happens. Turning it around, you can see that the engine has a nice blue in there, so it's kind of hard to see from any low or high angle for that matter. Turning it around, really just more rebling and other things. Now you will notice that these there's a lot of spaces in here, and that was only because it's Lego. It's not going to be perfect. But I did follow the instructions, so that is not a mistake on my part. That is completely the way it was designed. Now, I really did skip the interior also, just because I didn't really feel it necessary. I would not be using this as a play model as it was intended to be. I will really be just using this on display and maybe for some stop motion stuff in the future. So there is no, if you look in the cockpit, there's nothing there. There's no control panels or anything. And that was my choice. But I still have the ability to open it up. So you can fold down all of these pieces. Here, let me do that right now. Now here is it completely opened up. And you can see it's almost entirely empty. I did still add a few computer consoles there, and I did add a little bit of the hyperdrive there, but other than that the interior is mostly empty. And that's really it for this model to show, because really I didn't add anything else to it. Didn't really add any special action features, like fire missiles or spring-loaded shooters. It's just a build, really. The bottom is very ugly, but I will show it anyway just because I'm sure there are some people who either aren't familiar with the way that there are some un-camera friendly sides to things, so let's show that. Here you can see the bottom, and it is almost entirely, oh that's crazy, this way it's almost entirely eclipsing the lighting, but you look up and bam! But yeah, it's very unpleasant to look at. You see different colors. Those blue squares I substituted for landing gear, just because I used some of the parts for that would normally be used for my AT-AT walker. There are a few built-in features on the model. Trying not to knock it off the table. Whew. That I forgot to show. So on this side, you can see right in there, that is a panel that you can lift up and use to store some weapons maybe. Example, you can take Luke's lightsaber and just put it in there. Can't really see it. It can fit a figure in the original model, but as you can see, I did not want to make it very strong, because as I said, I will really just be using this as a display model rather than a play model. And on the other side is where the docking hatch is, if that's what it's called. That can go down, and it is very narrow for a minifigure. And just to show you the scale of the Millennium Falcon, here is two figures right next to it. And you can see that it is very large compared to the figures, yet of course there have been some very large builds for the Millennium Falcon, not licensed as sets, but ones that other people have made themselves as mocks, and they are very, very accurate on the interior and are completely minifig scaled. But unfortunately, this is simply a retail model, and if this was supposed to be movie accurate in size, it would cost too much money to be sold, or rather to be bought by normal people. So that really covers everything for the Millennium Falcon. I showed it in all its glory. Time to go throw it at something. That was a joke. Don't think I'm actually gonna do that. I may eventually, but that's not what I'm gonna do soon. So that's the Millennium Falcon. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it sure gave me a lot of sweat making it. No pun intended. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next time, I will see you guys later. Bye. Rub-a-dub-dub-dub.